Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to tonight's episode of Morte D'Arthur. Tonight, the tale of Sir Tristram begins. So, hello, good morning. He says, trying. There, I've blocked out that stray beam of light. I can see it all much better now. Hello, everyone. Yes, Robert. To come, there will be blood and smiting. Although, we've got to get a birth out of the way first, but there'll be poison in amongst all of this anyway. Hello, Alabama. How are you, Avery? I hope you're very well. Oh, wow. Loads of people coming through. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to tonight's show. Hello, Lynn. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Hello, Clara. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Rob and Kathy. Hello, Claire and Abe and Danny and Ollie. Hello, how is everyone? I, Avery, am fantastic. We are about to begin my favourite tales from Morte D'Arthur as I get to share Sir Tristram with you all, which is a wonderful tale that I've been dying to tell. For months, since we first started this, I've wanted to get to this point of sharing this tale with you. So I'm here, I am excited. Romance is to come, absolutely, Danny, and smiting. Thank you, Claire, thank you. I'm glad you like the enthusiasm. I thank you, Jenny, thank you very much. And I hope you guys are all feeling well as well. Hello, Andrew and Jane, good morning, New Zealand. We're about to begin a new tale. So hello everyone. I hope you're all feeling wonderful. I hope you're excited to join me with this. We begin this tale right at the very beginning of Sir Tristram. Hello, well, it is evening for me, but good morning to you. Hello new people. Hello Alex. For those of you who are new, I'm Simon, and every night at this time I pop onto Periscope and tell the tales of Morte D'Arthur, written by Sir Thomas Malory. Those Arthurian tales that are full of smiting and romance and horses being knocked down in combat. Oh, well, please do watch the replay, Queen, and thank you for dropping in and for sharing. By the way, hello Sarah, hello Scott, hello Tisha, welcome, come in everyone. Yes, there'll be blood to come, and poison, Rob, poison in tonight's episode, and treachery most foul. Very good stuff. So thank you everyone. Hello, welcome new people. Thank you everyone who's been sharing this recently. I've noticed that we've had a huge surge in the number of people coming along to watch these shows, especially on the replays. So massive thank you to everyone for sharing this and for building up this community. I am glad it's contagious, Avery. That's what happiness should be. So I hope you've got a giant smile on your face right now. I've certainly got a giant smile on my face. Thank you for all your lovely hearts, everyone. Thank you for the sharing. Welcome, new people, as I've been saying to these lovely folk. My name is Simon, and every night I come onto Periscope and tell the tales of the Arthurian Knights, as written down by Sir Thomas Malory. There is smiting, there is romance. Tonight there's even poison, there's heroism to come, and all these great things, and plenty of enthusiasm to round it all up. Hello Susan, how are you? Hello Felix, hello Garsha, hello Fernando, hello Greg, hello Rebecca and Homer and Mohammed and Karen. Wow, huge amounts of people. Hello all of you lovely folk, welcome. Hello Tara, I hope you do enjoy tonight's tale, ladies and gents. 43 people. This is a record. You guys are officially the best ever. Hello everyone. Hello, and hello to people who are just watching it through Twitter on the app there. Welcome everyone. Hello Rue and Harley and Fatma. Hello Carol and Axe. Hello Tara. Sharing totally works. So welcome everyone. Welcome to my retelling of the tales of Morte D'Arthur. Plenty of enthusiasm. Hello Utah, I am in Yorkshire, England. You have joined us all at a very fortuitous time. There's no need for any catch-up with tonight's tale, for we start at the beginning of the tale of Sir Tristram de Leon, my favourite tale from all of Morte D'Arthur. We'll do the first 2 chapters tonight. I can't wait to share this with you. If you like it, please do hit the follow button. Please do throw some hearts as well. I can't wait to share this with you. Let's get into tonight's show. It was a king, and his name was Meliodas, and he was lord and king of the country of Leon. And this Meliodas was a likely knight as any was at that time living, and it was by fortune that he was wedded to King Mark's sister of Cornwall. And she was called Elizabeth, and that was called both good and fair. And at the time that King Arthur reigned, he was whole king of England, Wales and Scotland, and of many other realms. But even though King Arthur was lord of all of these realms, there were still kings that were lords of many countries, but all the lands that they held belonged to Arthur. In Wales there were 2 kings, in the north there were many kings, and in Cornwall and in the west there were 2 kings. Also, Ireland had 2 or 3 kings, but all were under the lordship of King Arthur, as was the King of France and the King of Brittany, and all the lordships of Rome, who he had conquered in bloody battle. So, when this King Meliodas had been with his wife, within a while she fell pregnant with a child, and she was a very meek lady, and she loved her lord, and he loved her again, and there was great love between them. And then there was a lady in that country who had loved King Meliodas for a long time, but by no means could she ever get his love. Therefore, one day, while King Meliodas went on hunting, for he was a great chaser of the hunt, she placed an enchantment upon him, and made him chase a hart by himself, all alone, until he came to an old castle, and there was he taken prisoner by the lady who loved him. When his wife missed her lord, then she went almost out of her mind, and also, as she was great with child, she took a gentlewoman with her, and, heavily pregnant, at danger to the child, she ran into the forest to seek after her lord. But when she was far in the forest, and might go no further, she began to worry about her child. She had many grimly throes, and her gentlewoman helped her all that she might. And so, by the miracle of Our Lady of Heaven, she was delivered with great pains. But she had taken such cold in giving birth to her child that the deep draughts of death took her. Then she died and departed from our world and was known no more. And when Queen Elizabeth saw that there was no other body, then she made great ado and said to her gentlewoman, "When you see my king, my lord Meliodas, tell him of my love for him. Tell him of what pains I have endured here in childbirth, and how I have died here for his sake, to give him a son. And let him know that I am full sorry to depart of this world from him, and therefore pray him to be a friend to my departed soul. But before I go, let me see my little child, for whom I have had all this sorrow." And when she saw him, she said thus, "Ah, my little son, you've killed your mother, therefore I suppose you are a murderer so young, though you are full likely to be a manly man in thy age. and by your cause I shall die in the birth of you. And I charge you, my gentlewoman, that you pray my lord King Meliodas, that when he is christened, let my son be called Tristram, that is as good to say as a sorrowful as birth. And therefore the queen gave up the ghost and died. And the gentlewoman laid her under an umber of a great tree, and there she lapped the child as well as she might for cold. And right so there came the barons following after the queen, and when they saw she was dead and understood, no other but the king was destroyed. Absolutely tragedy, Jenny. Tragedy at the moment of Tristram's birth. His father has been kidnapped by a sorceress. His mother died in childbirth. Tristram entrusted to this gentlewoman. But what shall befall of him? What shall befall of his father, King Meliodas, imprisoned in a castle by an evil sorceress? Then certain of them that would have slain the child, by cause that they would have been the lords of the country of Lion. But through the fair speech of the gentlewoman, she asked the lords not to slay the child, and by means she made, for the most part, the barons would not assent. Then they carried home the dead queen, and much ado was made for her. And while this happened, Merlin delivered King Meliodas out of prison on the morn after his queen was dead. And so it was, when the king came home, the most part of the barons made great joy, but the sorrow that the king made for his queen, that might no tongue tell. And so the king let her be interred in a rich tomb, and afterwards he christened the child as his wife had commanded before her death, and he called the child Tristram, the sorrowful born child. Then King Meliodas endured 7 years without a wife, and all this time was Tristram nourished well. And it befell that King Meliodas wedded King Howell's daughter of Brittany, and anon she had children of the king of Meliodas. Then was she heavy and angry that her children should not inherit the country of Leon. Therefore his new queen planned to poison young Tristram, heir to the throne of Leon. She put the poison in a piece of silver in the chamber where, as Tristram and her children were together, with the intent that when Tristram was thirsty he should drink from a silver cup there, and be slain by the poison. And so it fell upon a day that the queen's son, as he was in that chamber, spied the goblet with poison, and thought that it was a good drink, and he was a thirsty child. So the queen's son took the silver that was poison, and he drank freely. And therewith the child fell suddenly dead. And when the queen learned of this death of her son, she was heavy with guilt and sorrow. But the king realized nothing of her treason, and notwithstanding the king would not leave this. But still she ordained more poison, and put it in another piece of silver. And by fortune King Meliodas, her husband, found the piece with wine that the poison was in, and he was so thirsty that he took this to drink himself. And he would have drunk the whole thing, but the queen spied what he was doing, and ran to him, and pulled the glass from him suddenly. Then the king marvelled at what she did, and why, and he remembered how her own son had fallen dead by poison. Then he took her hand and said, "You false traitress, you shall tell me what manner of drink this is, or else I shall slay thee here and now." Therewith he pulled out his sword, swore a great oath that he would slay her, but if she did not tell him the truth. "Mercy, my lord," said she, "I will tell you all." And then she told him why she would have slain Tristram, and by cause her children should rejoice his land. "Well," said King Meliodas, "therefore you shall have to face the law." And so she was condemned by the assent of the barons to be burnt, and there was made a great fire. And right as she was at the fire to take her execution, young Tristram kneeled before King Meliodas, and he besought him to give him a boon. "I will give you this boon," said the king. "Ask what you will." "Then," said young Tristram, "give me the life of your queen, my stepmother." "You are not right to ask that," said King Meliodas, "for you ought a right to hate her, for she would have slain you with poison, and she would have if she'd have had her way. It's for your sake, and is my cause, that she should die." "Sir," said Tristram, "as for that I beseech you of your mercy, that you will forgive her, and as for my part, God forgive it her, and I do. And so much it liked your highness to grant me my boon, for God's love, I require you hold your promise." "Since it is so," said the king, "her life may be spared." "Then," said the king, "I give her to you now, and go you to the fire, and take her from it, and do with her whatever you will." And so Tristram went to the fire, and by the command of the king delivered her from death. But after that King Meliodas would never have ado with her as at bed and board, and by the good means of young Tristram he made the king and her accord. But then the king would not suffer young Tristram to abide in his court. There we have it, ladies and gents, the end to the opening of the tale of Sir Tristram. 2 people killed, and the kid hasn't even become an adult yet. I hope you enjoyed that. Tristram is the greatest of all knights, Jenny, the greatest. But for that greatness, he has been exiled. Ollie, I think you're quite right. I do need to get myself a sword so we can do proper waving on here. We'll see. Halloween is coming, is all I'll say. We might be doing a bit of fancy dress, which would sort us out nicely for that. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. I'm glad you guys liked that introduction to the tale of Sir Tristram. I am getting marvellously tongue-tied tonight. I'm glad you liked the introduction to the tale of Sir Tristram. Tomorrow night we will continue with this tale and follow Sir Tristram as he grows. And this is the problem, Rob. I'll hit the iPad, so it needs to be a tiny sword, possibly a dagger. A dagger might work. But by the end of tomorrow night, ladies and gents, Sir Tristram will have fought his first battle. He might be young, but the smiting is on its way. Thank you, Carol. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yes, Brian, please do watch back, have the intro, take the tale in its entirety. This is genuinely my favourite tale that we're about to start telling. So I'm really happy for the turnout tonight. Thank you so much for coming along, everyone. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the reading. That means an awful lot to me. So thank you very, very much. Thank you, everyone. If you guys have enjoyed that, please do swipe left and hit the follow button. This is what I do. Coming up later tonight, though, we've got some more fun stuff. In about 10 minutes' time, we're going to be doing Poetry Live. Fab, Carol, welcome. I'm going to be going and reading some poetry live. Who am I doing tonight? He's just checking. Who am I meant to be reading tonight for the show? He says, I am Oh, I'm doing some Tennyson again. We're returning to doing some more Tennyson tonight. I was actually going to do a bit of the Idylls of the King. Going to roll the King Arthur on a bit tonight. Some Tennyson on its way in less than 10 minutes. We will start. Paul and I will be practicing for our blab, you betcha. That's coming up, by those of you who don't know, coming up not this Friday, but next Friday. Paul O'Mahony, who some of you will know from his Walt Whitman show, which is live tonight at 11 o'clock or just thereafter UK time, will be doing a joint poetry session on blab, which you're very, very excited about. But that's all still to come. In the meantime, I need to run downstairs, grab myself a drink, ladies and gents, get my Tennyson. See you guys hopefully back here in 5 minutes or so for some more Tennyson. Thank you so much, Claire. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you enjoyed tonight. Thank you, everyone, for all of your lovely hearts and for the wonderful sharing that's been going on here. Lovely to see you all. Big thanks to you, all of you, Avery and Claire and Jenny and Danny and Ollie and Tara, Susan, Homer, Felix, Carol, Rachel, Linda, Brian, Arkadina and Jay Noon. You're all wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for your lovely comments. You have been a wonderful audience to read to tonight. Hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. And if you would like a bit of poetry, please join me in 5 minutes' time. Rob, you've disappeared. Rob has disappeared. Rob, you're not showing up in there. You're not there, Rob. Big thank you to Rob, everyone. I do apologise, Rob. You have actually not shown up in the listing. How awful. Massive, massive thank you to you, Rob. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, everyone. For those of you who've just joined, I'm Simon. You're not a ghost, Rob. You're here. You're just not on the list. Just stupid. You should be on there. Actually, it could be. Oh! That might be it. Yeah. Here we go. Here's a fun fact for you, Rob. We don't usually have anywhere near this many people in the show, so we don't have people being cut off from the end of the list. Anyone who's in there first, at the bottom, who's hiding away and that I can't see, wave your hands so I can say a big thank you to you. As yes, I can see now, I've got 3 people hidden at the bottom. So, including poor old Rob. So, big thank you to you all. Thank you, guys. For those of you who've just joined, we've just finished reading we've just finished reading the opening of the Tale of Sir Tristram by Sir Thomas Malory. Please, if you like an energetic tale told well, do go back and watch the replay for it. I know, it's awful, Jenny, isn't it? Which is why I do try to get in the big hellos and thank yous at the start. Anyway, a few minutes time, we're going to be coming back here and doing some poetry by Tennyson. As Claire's saying, I'm going now, so bye-bye everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Hopefully I'll see some of you soon. Hopefully I'll see the rest of you for tomorrow night's tale. I will get my drink. Thank you, Claire. Claire is like some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful motivational coach. Claire should be being a motivational coach at this rate, actually. Wonderful motivation. I'm going to go and get my drink. Then I'll be back. Poetry on its way. Bye-bye.